Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying to attempt to play this game. Um, for those of you who don't know Unsolved Case Files, it is a murder mystery kind of game where you have to solve the case of a mystery that has been unsolved. And I've seen YouTube videos of this, but I have not played the physical copy of this game because the price of board games is very expensive. However, since I have Tabletop Simulator, I decided to play this version instead, just to try it out to see if I want to get the physical copy or not. So, right now, we're solving the case of Harmony Aircraft. And, let's see. And according to the instructions, it says that Unsolved Case Files is a game that lets you solve a fictional crime using the evidence and documentation from the cold case file. And we have to prove Bones is innocent. And when we do that, we need to verify it in the website, which of course is going to be in the iPad right here, but unfortunately it's on error. So I might have to do it in an actual browser on my computer. Which, by the way, I'm playing Tabletop Simulator on the computer. After proving Bones could not be the killer, you may open bonus envelope A, which I'm assuming is this one right here, in the blue packet. Okay, so first off, we need to check out our suspects here. We have Andy Allen. We have Bones, who is the guy that was framing of murder. We have Kristen Preston. Well, it's actually Kristen Peterson, excuse me. Next we have Derek Sivers. And we have Rex Ratliff. I'm going to have problems of pronouncing these last names, though. But in any case, let's see what's going on here. Hold on. There we go. Bones McBride arrested for murder of Harmony Aircraft. No, it's not Aircraft, it's Ashcroft. My apologies. So it has a newspaper article. It has some pictures and stuff like that. It has some sort of files and all. So Riverdale, a 24-year-old man, William Bones McBride, has been arrested for the murder of local child psychologist Harmony Ashcroft. According to the law enforcement attorneys, the assault took place after a demand for money and a brief struggle with the victim. It also appears that the victim's engagement ring was taken during the course of the violent encounter. It appears that the motive for the attack was monetary. McBride has a long history of petty crime in Riverdale, and all our evidence indicates that he was trying to get money and or valuables from the victim and struck her in the face with a blow so powerful it caved in her skull. He was then able to easily take the victim's engagement ring from her, then flee on foot, said Police Chief Brock Ingman. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it because I can barely see what it says here. This is the article of Bones' arrest. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was my phone vibrating telling me that someone's calling me. And apparently, I don't know the number, but it's not one of my family members, that's for sure. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out these autopsy reports. And this is the victim's situation here. She was hit in the head, and she was 28. We know she's a female. Here's her height and weight and even her race. Victim appears to be an average 28-year-old woman in good health. Blunt force trauma to right eye and scalp, I think. Let's see. Blunt force trauma of the head. Victim died within moments of trauma. Okay. We still need to figure out what's going on here. Oh my goodness, why do I do that? There we go. Let's see here. Police documents. Here it is. William Bones. Homicide case. Let's see here. This is a picture of Harmony smiling. And this is a wedding rehearsal invitation, which looks very beautiful. And here is the picture of Harmony laid out. And I believe that this took place on May 8th, 1998. And it was at nighttime, which is at 9:48 p.m. And here's the map right here. So, let's see. We need to figure out... I need to figure out what's going on here. Alright, so let's see. Let's go to the next page of the picture, of course. Oh, and here's the wedding ring. It says, "Till death do we part." And here's the number. Here's those serial numbers of the ring. I'm trying to figure out if I have to type something to do this and that. I wonder if that's the number of the case. It looks accurate, so I'm assuming that could be the case here. So let's move on to the next page. I don't know how many. Ooh, 3 kids. I wonder if that's her kids. Probably. Anyways, let's check this out. We have a dark alleyway. And it was at May 8th, 1998. And it was at 9:43 p.m. So, if we go back to the picture of what happened to Harmony, it is the same day where she was laid out. However, it only happened at 9:48 p.m. And this is where things probably about to start. Interesting. By the way, this game is going to be a lot harder because I don't know much about it, other than try to solve this case without spoilers and stuff. Then, this is the same day, May 8, 1998, but in this time, we have some cars, and here we have Tully's restaurant. And it happens at 9:38 p.m. And here's Bones. He is framed for murder. Let's go to the next page. And over here we have Jenny Rogers. I don't know who she is. But let's see if there's any information about her. Can you imagine if they turn this into a video game? That will make it so awesome, you know? We're probably going to read that soon. Jenny Rogers. Oh, and let's not forget the fingerprints. William McBride. It says William McBride Joseph. Okay. And I think this is the number thing. Let's move on to these pictures real quick. We have Cheryl Pratt. She's probably distraught of what she just heard. We have Officer Kent Grayson. We have Mrs. McCauley. I don't have any words. I'm just having trouble pronouncing one. We have Chad Highsmith. I think these are probably the eyewitnesses. Jason Griggs. We have Chris Adams. Admiral Joseph Arthurson. And last but not least, we have Wally Big Dog Bryson. Interesting. Alright. So, oh, I just pointed out something. So, what we have here is we have Tully's. So this is where Tully's restaurant is. So if we could go back to the picture of where the restaurant is. There it is. And I think this is like, I think this right here is supposed to be like, first off, Harmony went to Ramble's bar. Then she went to Tully's. Then she goes to the Grand Park. And I'm trying to point out something that doesn't add up. So, we have Tully's. Then we have a dark alleyway, which probably leads to either Tully's, well, should I say Tully's, or Ramble's bar. And then this could be any location. And I don't know if it's the park. But I also know other things as well. First off, we have Harmony and Kristen's home. So I could assume that I'm trying to figure out if they're brother and sister. It may be the case. Then we have Ratliff's apartment, which is him right here. But these two are the suspects. Helping Hand's office, Derek Sivers' apartment, which is this guy right here. Then we have Riverdale Maria. Then we have the Emerald's house and Jason Griggs' house, which I believe he is an eyewitness and not a suspect. But anyways, let's see. I'm trying to figure out certain things. I think the next step that I need to do is to, I think we need to read this local newspaper, which is this one right here. There's actually two of them. And we need to figure out how to prove Bones' innocence. We'll just have to wait and see. But first, there's something that I gotta do. Alright, so I have to get some water. just to make sure that my throat doesn't get hurt while I'm reading this article and stuff. Unfortunately, I can barely see of what it says here. So, here's the thing. I don't know if there's a magnify glass in this game. But if so, it will definitely help me to read properly. Excuse me. Hold on, I don't want no... Let's see. There's... I'm trying to see if I could draw to see the paper. Oh my goodness. Yes, there is something underneath. I knew it. Bring this up. And we'll worry about this one later. For now, let's see if I can get a closer look. In 1995, Ashcroft, along with friend and fellow psychologist Jeffrey Breeson, founded a private practice mental health clinic called Helping Hands, which is this one right here, but it's the office. There, she focused on assisting children who struggle with developmental needs. And that leads to another question. I wonder if this is the place. And this is the children that she's helping. It could be. It could be. Anyways, a well-respected member of the counseling community, Ashcroft attended and occasionally spoke at various psychology workshops. And I know there's a new word that I can't pronounce, so I'm just going to try to skip that. According to colleague Breeson, her advice was frequently sought by those who wanted to excel. She had a magic touch with kids, and everyone wanted to know how it worked. Okay, community worker. A beloved member of the community, Ashcroft was well known for her willingness to lend a hand to those in need. She was a frequent organizer of charity events, such as the annual Helping Hand softball game, and in 1997 formed the Coalition for Children's Rights, a non-profit organization focused on helping devastated youth within Riverdale and throughout Wilson County. You have to excuse me because I have something in my throat. I had to let it out. And I also have to drink water. Okay, ongoing investigation. Police confirmed that they are questioning the investigating several persons of interest, but have not released the names of suspects or individuals under arrest. Detective Stason is optimistic about the investigation. There's a reason we don't see many homicides here in Riverdale, because we always get Our guy always. And there's something in the back, too. There's something in the back. We have Aaron Jeffries. And I'm just noticed something. I don't know if that's the same child. It may be. It may be. We also have to check in the back just to make sure. There's nothing here. But there's something here, that's for sure. Let's see. Let's check out the back out also. Let's see, it's just an ad and stuff. I wanted to make sure that there's nothing in here. Okay. This is just a picture, an invitation. Ooh. This is interesting. Wait a minute. I just discovered something. So 5/8/1998 is the day where Harmony was at the rehearsal dinner. Join us for a rehearsal dinner honoring Harmony and Kristen. Oh, so they're getting married. But what is the connection between her, Christian, and McBride himself? Now this is getting interesting, because I discovered something that I have to flip the back, and I realized that there's something about this day and time that seems familiar. So join us for the rehearsal dinner honoring Harmony and Kristen. So Harmony and this guy who is a suspect here is technically getting married. And there's going to be a rehearsal dinner at May 8th, 1998, excuse me, at 8 p.m. So this is right before the murder, or right before Harmony's death. So it's going to be taking place at Cully's restaurant. And this is the address and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be hosted by Ryan and Anna Peterson, which they're related to Christian Peterson. And I wonder if they're mother and father. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. So, what we gathered right now is that we got the restaurant here. And whether they're still inside or they left is beyond me. I think, well, for what I can imagine, I think Harmony has to leave to take care of some stuff. I'm not sure. And this is the time, we don't see them getting out, but eventually she probably went to the back way at this time, and then this is what happened at 9:48 p.m. It's kind of confusing, but I wonder if it's now time we check out the info of him. We should, because, but we need to figure out how to prove Bones' innocence. So I don't know where to start. And I know I should be reading this, but I can barely read it because it's so small. And so is this, even though I can still read a little bit. A 28-year-old woman was killed last night in an altercation that took place in the parking lot behind Tully's restaurant around 9:30 p.m. Wait a minute. This is throwing me off a little bit. So this is at 38. No, this is at 9:38 p.m. And they're at the front of the restaurant. And there's something blurry there. And I see some people crowding. Which there's probably some sort of fight going on. We don't know who. And this is probably the back of the restaurant. But this took place at 9:43. Police have identified the victim as local child psychologist Harmony Ashcroft. Miss Ashcroft was attending the rehearsal dinner for her wedding to Christian Peterson, which was scheduled at the St. Michael's Church. Okay? I can try to read this as much as I can. Police investigators have determined her death to be the result of a blunt impact to the head, according to Detective Jack Stason. With the Riverdale Police Department, the injuries are consistent with a face-to-face physical altercation with another person. We've ruled out accidental cause and have launched a full homicide investigation. The victim's body was discovered by a member of the waitstaff while taking out the garbage. He rushed inside to inform the wedding party, resulting in a massive panic as about 30 people rushed towards the back parking lot to help the victim. Oh, excuse me. And this was informed after this Saturday of May 9th, 1998. Interesting. Eyewitness report several members of the party attempt to provide medical attention and administer CPR, but it was clear that they were too late. Yes, they were. According to reports, Ashcroft and Peterson left the restaurant to get some gifts out of the car and never returned. Oh. What's going on here? Peterson it's not approach, was apprehended by police at the residence at around 10 p.m. And I think this is like after the incident happened. Peterson claims he drove home for forgotten presents and left Harmony alone in the parking lot where someone else must have attacked her. The question is who? What if he's the one who did it? I'm not sure. When reached for comment, the fiancé said, "This is a nightmare. Harmony is the love of my life, and I had nothing to do with it. I'm cooperating with the police," or cooperating, even though there's no O in cooperating with the police, and we're going to find the real killer, and they're gonna pay. Ashcroft's friend Jenny Rogers added, "Okay, So technically, we do have someone in here. Jenny Rogers. She is a friend of Harmony. She said, I can't imagine who could have wanted to break everyone's heart like this. She was truly special. Ugh. Local ties. Ashcroft was a native to Riverdale, having been born and raised in the area. She attended Riverdale Elementary School and Howard Taft Junior High School. At Riverdale High, Ashcroft was a star athlete on the softball team. As the captain, she led the team to the Indiana High School Girls Softball Championship in both her junior and senior years. Impossible to ever get upset at her. She was amazingly smart, but humble about it. After graduating third in her class at Riverdale High, Ashcroft continued her legacy of academic, I don't know how you pronounce this, excellence, and athletic greatness at the University of Chicago on a full athlete scholarship. There's a lot to read. And there's something in the back, but it has no relations to any of this. So, what can we do here? Who should we talk first? Well, obviously, we have to cover on this guy. Let's see what's underneath. Nothing. And we need to rotate this. Because I need to see everything about this guy. So this is some person of interest sheets. Let's check this out. Peterson, Christian, Corey. 9:30 p.m. Harmony and I went to the parking lot to check the Land Rover for my parents' presents, but they weren't there, so I drove home to get the presents and left Harmony in the parking lot to return to the party. She was 50 feet away from the door when I left. Police apprehended me out my home when I was picking up the presents. Okay. And here's another piece of paper here. Let's check out the back. Nothing. And here's a witness statement from Jenny Rogers, which is this girl right here. We need to prove Bones' innocence, but I don't know how yet. Harmony has been my friend since college. We have always been very close, and that's why her murder is such a devastating event in my life. I was there on the night that Harmony and Christian first meet. Harmony and I were at a nightclub enjoying a rare night on the town. We were both in grade school, working pretty hard, so it felt good to get out and spend an evening doing something other than writing papers. But it was a typical night at a nightclub. Guys were difficult to deal with that night with all the corny jokes and come-ons. Then along came Christian. He walked up to Harmony, took a seat and smiled. After a few seconds, he said, "How do you like me so far?" We all burst out laughing. It was like he somehow knew how rough the night had been, and he was determined to rescue Harmony from it. And that's what Christian was to her, an escape from ordinary guys. He was exciting to her. And of course, he had her wrapped around his fingers. The engagement party started off lots of fun until the argument. Uh-oh. So there is an argument, but we don't know who started it. We don't know if it's Christian and Harmony or someone else. Either way, it looks like there's been some trouble brewing. And over here we have a suspect interview. Here we have a suspect interview. But we need to check out Bones' stuff as well. Because I want to know what does he have anything to do with this situation. I'm going to put these back. And we're going to be focusing on Bones soon. Oh, I see. When you press R, you can zoom in. That's probably much better. But you know, I think I'm going to stop for here. If you guys and girls want me to continue playing this, all you have to do is leave a like. And also subscribe to the channel, turn on these notifications so you won't miss a single upload. And I'll see you all in the next video.